Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I did the opera on you niggas. Yeah. Shout out to C-Pen for the win. 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 Y'all gotta go check that boy's show out. He be killing it. And shout out to Who Did It This Time. Who did it? All one word, then this time. You gotta do a space in between. He dropping some real stuff over there. I gotta check his new video out. He dropped it last night. Shout out to the Man Ticket TV. Shout out to Carcino for Life. Shout out to all the black content creators who's doing something constructive. Now, we have this debate. And the thing is this. If you watched the video we did last night, we had given our starting five of all time. I did mine. Mine was different because I'm just different, man. Now, question is, here's one of the questions besides that. Could Steph Curry's game translate to any era? And this is why I don't put Steph Curry in the top 20 or even the top 30. He's more like top 40, maybe in the 50 range, 40 to 50 range I would give him. You know, because I just don't know how his game would translate with the physicality. You know, you got people being physical. You got people, hold on, it's some a-holes that don't want to let you in. But yeah, you got to look at the physicality. You got to look at things. And he basically, you know, C-Pen basically is like, well, T-Mac ain't have a good playoff run. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. It's a lot of guys who didn't have a good playoff run. But Tracy McGrady was carrying the load. Now, Allen Iverson, outside of that one run to the finals, you know, Iverson really didn't do a lot in the playoffs because of his teams. It's just by happenstance, that team that he had was a better defensive team than the one that T-Mac was on. And the guys that was around, they were better role players than the Magic had. So that's what I'm saying. And then Tracy McGrady also had a coach in Doc Rivers who is known to choke games away and has shown in the past he doesn't know how to adjust to what the opponent is giving him. Steph Curry has played in an environment where they built the team up from scratch. And Steph Curry grew with that team, and those guys grew with him. So, you know, but Tracy McGrady, talent-wise, was a better player. He could do a lot more than what Steph can do. Steph Curry is a great shooter and by far is the best in history. But you're playing in an era where you can't really touch nobody. If you tap somebody, excuse me, if you tap somebody, it's a foul. That's just facts. It's just a foul. You can't touch nobody. You can't breathe on nobody. You can't do nothing. It's just, you can't do it. But I feel C-Pen's points, you know, talked about the Rockets and everything. Like I said, I believe Jordan would have gone 7-1. They would have lost that first finals to the Houston Rockets because that team was deeper and those guys could get hot. But the second year around, I believe they would have won. They would have made some adjustments. Michael would have been fine. That Michael that came back had baseball legs. That's why I don't really count when the Magic beat him and stuff. But what people fail to realize is Dennis Rodman was the one who actually beat us. Dennis Rodman was the one who beat us. He was the one who gave us problems. And then everybody was hurt. You know, Nick got hurt. Horace was hurt. Everybody was hurt. So it basically was Penny out there versus the Bulls. And Penny was holding his own. It's just that the Bulls was too deep. You know, Shaq was in and out, foul trouble and stuff. So it's like, you know, what can you do? But Steph Curry's game wouldn't be able to translate to any era. That's what I'm trying to tell people. It is very tough to translate each era. You know, Steph would have to learn how to. His thing is durability. Would his durability hold up? If Steph could hold up, because Steph early in his career, what people fail to realize, Steph was always hurt. He was hurt his rookie year. He was hurt his second year. His third year was becoming the same thing. They took a chance on him because they weren't finna get rid of Monte Ellis. Because they were like, this guy here is not durable enough. Like, he gets hurt every day, like every other day. So that's what I'm trying to say. If I put him in the era T-Mac played in, man, he would get his head bust. You know, he's not even messing with Iverson. Iverson could survive in any era. Iverson was going to the hole getting knocked on his head. Where big guys won't let you come to the lane. He was going down the lane being reckless. And he still was making it. So, you know, Steph Curry's a great player for this era. That's why I say this era, I would give it to Steph is like the most impactful player that we've had in a long time. But to say that he's the number 3 point guard of all time, it's like, dude, he's not a point guard. Steph Curry is a shooting guard. He doesn't play like the point. Now, he could play, he's a combo guard. We'll say that. He's a combo guard. So, which there's nothing wrong with that if he's a combo guard, but it's just that I can't put him I'll put him more 2 guard than I would on point guard. So, Steph is did the best he could. Like I said, I only blame him for 20% of the Warriors' troubles. Everything else, like Steve Kerr gets 50%. No, excuse me. Steve Kerr gets 40%. Draymond gets 30%. Hold on, I gotta divvy this up. I gotta do some math. let's see. Curry got 20. So. All right, so I give 50% to Steve Kerr, 30 to Draymond, and 20 to Steph Curry. That's how it's divvied up. Draymond gets 30% of the blame. Steve Kerr gets 50 and leftovers 20. So Steph would get 20% of it because Steph has been showing up when Dre's there, when he's not. So that's how I look at it. But I just can't put Steph over T-Mac. You know, T-Mac could do everything. If I put T-Mac on any team, that team would be fine. And he could play in any era because he was 6'9". Not only was he 6'9", he could handle the ball like he was 5'9". That's amazing. And he could post you up. So, you know, it's just different eras. You know, so. But, today is the Hall of Fame. Kobe's going in. Tim Duncan talked about Kobe, saying that, Kobe probably was, you know, he brought the best out of you. And you could just tell that it's sad, man, because Tim Duncan loved Kobe, man. Kobe was like that guy that you would look forward to. But this is what's funny. Tim Duncan holds a 43-39 record against him in the regular season. But in the playoffs, Kobe has an 18-12 record against him. So Kobe did what he did. Kobe dominated his competition in the playoffs. Kobe used to give the Spurs fits all the time. The Spurs hated playing Kobe because Kobe was coming to play. And if Kobe was mad coming into that game, oh, he's going for 50. Kobe said, you just talked yourself into getting 50. It's funny. But that was cool. Kevin Garnett, seeing Kevin Garnett call Isaiah and asked Isaiah to give him some love and be able to present him. And that was cool there, to get Isaiah Thomas. And people forget how great Isaiah Thomas was. It's like people just want to pass people up and put guys over them. And it's like, nah, you got to stop. You got to stop doing this. Steph Curry is never has been better than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, for one, would have shut him down. And then Isaiah Thomas would have destroyed Steph. Team game or one-on-one. It would have been easy money. So, but we got to stop this notion. But the Hall of Fame, man, I got to record it. I should see it when I get back home. I can't wait to watch it. Tim Duncan and KG, you know, I wasn't a real KG. I wasn't a KG fan at all. I was more of a Tim Duncan, Kobe, and Rasheed Wallace guy. Chris Webber, Dirk was my guy. You know, I really never liked KG. You know, but KG's a great player, Hall of Famer now, but I just never liked KG. Like, when KG would lose, I'd be happy. But the StreamYard last night went off, man. It was cool. It was on point. You know, we had some fun talking about some things. So, it already on. It ain't even got in yet. But Tim Duncan is in my 5. In my 5, my top 5, Tim Duncan is in there. Dennis Rodman is in there. AI, Hakeem, and Kobe. Because I wanted to be able to take this team and be able to play them against everybody. And it would be a crazy game. And then as coach, I would probably have Lenny Wilkins or KC Jones, because I believe those guys would be able to handle the personalities that's on that team. I just don't see anybody else. Phil Jackson, Allen Iverson I think Phil would have been good to manage that team. He'd have been able to manage the personalities. That would be on point. Chuck Daly could do it. A lot of guys could. Pat Riley. Excuse me. They could be some candidates you pick. So it is what it is. It is what it ain't. Now, also, here's my issue. And my issue is this. If you like LeBrownies, don't come and try to tell me why you like him. Because I don't like him. I don't care. Michael Jordan, I don't like Michael Jordan. I don't care. Michael is not in my... I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all keep looking at him as he's Black G, like he's Jesus for real. Y'all got him on y'all wall just praising him. Oh, Air Jordan. I don't like the 23s. I've never liked them. And people, I know it's hard for you to believe, but I don't like them. I don't like them at all. So I don't get why everybody keeps on coming to me saying this and that. I'm like, dude, I never liked them. I never liked them. I don't like that red. I liked it Michael Jordan in the 80s and the 2000s. I hated Michael Jordan in the 90s. He was getting all these foul calls, and he was a scumbag for getting players thrown out the game, and then he's still in the game playing. It's like, come on, yo. I didn't like him, but he was a great player. He was a great player. Everybody be like, man, you don't like KG, you don't like nobody, HD. Terrell Hubbard said, HD, we coming out with a truth behind video on your beef with everybody. Man, it ain't no beef. It's just that I just didn't like them. Like, I just felt like I've seen better. Michael was very athletic and he was very skilled. He had great footwork. It was impeccable. You know, taking nothing from him. Mike is a great player. He's just not my cup of tea. I just don't rock with him. There's people who don't rock with Kobe or the list that I put up. There's people who say I don't rock with none of them. Which I'm like, okay, you a fool not to, but okay, I don't care. You know, Mike was a pompous brat to me, and he used to get everything he wants. That's just facts. So, thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy!